12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for the show? Let's go.
Welcome to My Weight Loss Life Studios. My name is Greg. It's showtime. Let's go live. Hey, my friends. How's it going? How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a good day and everything is going your way. Welcome to My Weight Loss Life. I just want to welcome all of you, including anybody that is listening to this on a podcast. I want to welcome you to the show and hope that everybody's having a great day. Just want to talk about a couple things before we get started here. I was just going to say, if you guys get, hello, Cheryl, how are you tonight? You wanted to get that out there. But if you guys could all smash the like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys could put in the comments where you're from, I always like to see that. And it's always nice to see where everybody's coming from. We get people from all over the world on some of our live streams. I'm going solo tonight, as you guys had seen. I did that once before. It's not too bad, but it's always nice to have people in the show to talk to. But, you know, that's why you guys are in the audience. I'm going to talk to you. Feel free to put any comments that you have in the comment box. If you have any questions, go ahead and put those out there too. Put a Q in front of your question. That'll help guide me as I see questions come in. But hello, Brad Tiedemann. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you on here. And hope you had a good day at work. So what do you guys think? What kind of weather are you getting where you're at? It's been pretty incredible winter so far here in North Iowa. You know, today it was in the 50s again, and I think the next couple of days we have 50 degrees, which is really kind of unheard of for this year. We just don't have a stretch of nice weather like we've had. We've had a couple nice weeks of weather, and it's been pretty amazing. Especially for North Iowa. Now, I know in other parts of the country, I think California is getting a lot of rain right now in certain parts. And also, you know, there's some fog and has been the last couple of weeks in some other parts of the country. But overall, it hasn't been too bad. I'm not aware of any other big storms going on or anything. But also nice to have decent weather this time of year, especially in Iowa, because we're still in the heart of winter and we could still get a lot of snow. So you got to keep that in mind. And once again, if you're just joining us, be sure to smash the like button and go ahead and put in the comments where you're from. If you haven't already, we'd like to see that. Also, if you have any questions, go ahead and put a Q in front of them. We'd like to see that as well. So, couple things I wanted to mention. I don't know if you guys are aware, I think it came out this morning, but country singer Toby Keith passed away today. So I think he was like 62 years old. So I'm not a huge country music fan, but I know that a lot of people are. It's sad to see that happen to him. And hello from Northeast Ohio. How are you doing, Mama Cracker? Nice to see you on the show. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I saw that today and I thought that's a bummer. I know he still performed. I think I just seen a video clip earlier that he just did a concert too. So, you know, you just never know when your time is up, I guess. So it's just one of those things. But what else we got? Yep. Rest in peace, Red Solo Cup. Yep. He sang that song, didn't he, Brad? That's right. So, it's Super Bowl week. Isn't that, that's always kind of an interesting week. A lot of festivities going on. This year it's in Las Vegas. I think that's an interesting place to have a Super Bowl. I'm sure, I think I saw the other day, I'm not sure what seats are today, what they're going for, but last I saw the average price just to get a seat was like 10 grand to go to the Super Bowl and watch it, which is more than my pockets will hold, that's for sure. Yep, definitely fill up the Red Solo Cup. Yeah, I just it should be an interesting game. For those of you that are wondering, it is San Francisco versus Kansas City Chiefs for the Super Bowl. And obviously Kansas City, I believe they were in the Super Bowl last year and won. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out. I know who I'm cheering for, but if you guys want to put in the comments who you would like to see win the Super Bowl or who you think will win, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'd love to see that, just to see what everybody's thinking for the game. It's one of those things. I'm going to be cheering for the San Francisco 49ers. I follow them quite a bit. There's quite a few college players that I follow on that team, whether they be from Iowa or Iowa State. They've been on that team, so I've kind of been enjoying that. Plus, Kansas City has been there quite a bit the most recent years, so I guess I kind of always look for somebody new to win the Super Bowl, and that's kind of how it goes. I see Brad looks like he's picking the 49ers. Yep, that's a good choice. And Mama Cracker, I can't say go Browns. Yeah, the Browns did not make it this year. They ended up being a little disappointed. I thought they'd do a little more noise in the playoffs, but things happen. So there's always next year, I guess. My Vikings didn't even make the playoffs this year, so it's kind of one of those things. But I pick another team to cheer for. That Detroit was another team that I kind of was cheering for as well. That was a tough NFC Championship game for me. I really was kind of rooting for the 49ers, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind seeing the Lions win and get there since they've never been there. So for sure. Yeah, here's some Go Taylor. Yeah, I have a feeling the camera will be on her a lot, which I don't care for. I think she's kind of a distraction from what's going on the field and the game. But, there's a lot of Taylor fans out there, so for sure. But yeah, go ahead and put like I said, if you're just coming in, put where you're from. Also, if you want to share who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, we can put that in there. That would be great. Like to see that. So My Weight Loss Life, for those of you that maybe haven't seen my channel, what I do is I just kind of do My Weight Loss Life. A lot of times I talk about weight loss, low carb diets, keto, carnivore diets, share kind of my experiences with people to help them understand that, yeah, you can change your life. You can lose weight. You can improve your health. And that's why I made this channel. For those of you that don't know, I lost like 100 pounds in 8 months and have been able to keep it off. And I'd still like to lose a little bit more weight. I think it'd be good for me, but definitely would be a good thing. So, oh, awesome. Hi, Trish. How are you? Brad and Trish. I know Brad, known Brad a long time, so he's tuning in with his lovely wife, Trish. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, as far as the weight loss goes, the low carb keto carnivore diet has worked for me, and I did all of them. Mainly, most of my weight loss, I would say, is on keto. When I say keto, I say less than 20 grams of carbs a day. And basically, I suggest if you're going to do a plan like this, track your food and make a meal plan. Those are the number two things you could do. The two top things you can do to really help you be successful on this weight loss plan would be to do that. So definitely go that. For me, it's a lot of times I'll add a little bit of broccoli or cauliflower back in. Once in a while, I'll do like the other day I did a keto pizza, which is about 5 grams of carbs. Most of that was in the Rayo's sauce that I put on the pizza. Is where the carbs came from. So I'm not adding a lot back in. I will have a taco salad on occasion. But it doesn't always agree with my stomach. So it's just hit and miss on that. Sometimes it works great and other times not so well. So, I change it up a little bit, but I will say this: on my journey, I did mix it up. I'd go from keto, I do carnivore one day, I go keto the next, but very low carbs. And most of it's probably more of a ketovore type diet. I like to keep it, like I said, less than 20 grams of carbs, but ideally, if you can be around 10, I think that's, you're going to have a lot of success doing that. So, that's what I would do. Yep. Carb wise. Yep. Like I said, anywhere from, keep it less than 20, and it can vary from day to day. And I'm talking regular carbs, not net carbs. Sometimes people get caught up in the net carbs a little bit. It could be, there's people that lose weight tracking net carbs, and early on I looked at net carbs and I tracked it that way, but I quickly found that a lot of the foods that were advertising net carbs were not really that healthy for you. You may have some digestive issues with them. Not saying that you can't lose weight by eating it that way. You can, and there's a lot of people that do track net carbs. So do what works for you. That's what I always recommend. But you can change up your plan, especially if you are struggling to drop some weight. Don't be afraid to mix it up. Let your body adjust. That really works well. Yeah, fries cooked in lard. Yep. So, it happens though. I mean, that's the thing. The key is just to not, get back on plan. I always have a saying, you work the plan, you can adjust the plan, but you never quit. Once you quit, you lose. And that's the key. You're going to have good days and bad days. Hopefully you have more good days than bad days. So keep that in mind, but you can definitely change it. And like Brad says, net carbs is a marketing tool, and it is. It's so they can get more merchandise on the shelf, more space, so they can get more products in front of your eyes. So people are buying. Definitely. But like I said, you can do net carbs and lose weight. I did some of that for sure. So it's just, I think my personal diet evolved, and I realized the food that was, those types of foods they were advertising net carbs weren't necessarily that healthy for you. So keep that in mind. But hello, A1 meat eater kid. How you doing? Yeah, it does. Your body can deviate. If you're used to a certain way of eating, if you go off plan, your body will feel it. I found that out with doing more of a carnivore or ketovore type diet. When I did go up in carbs, I did feel in my body a little bit more arthritis pain and stuff. So that's why I keep my carb number low. And that makes a difference. So, anytime you try an elimination type diet, it will, you'll learn real quick what foods work well with you and what don't. And it kind of stinks, especially if you have a food that you really like, and then you find out that your body doesn't do so well with it. But at the same time, you want to feel good. So you're going to eat stuff that works for you. So got to keep that in mind. Yep, I definitely find that foods that I used to love, just like normal pizza, I don't even like the taste anymore. To me, it's kind of doughy. The flour don't taste right. I just don't even care for it. So I eat a chicken crusted pizza, and I prefer that. It's really good. Yep, you can have some salt. Salt's not necessarily a bad thing. Not like they've kind of, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as what they originally said. And, there's a lot of misinformation out there that was promoted for a long time. But you can tell when things are really salty. I still think it's important to eat meat sorry. It's kind of one of those things. Watch what you eat in moderation. I think that's a good rule of thumb. Body aches definitely happen for sure. And I found that out for that, my arthritis kicks in really bad. And, that's the other part of my story. A year ago in January, I was sitting here and I thought I was going to be disabled the rest of my life. And I went to a low carb, quickly to a keto diet, and started losing weight. I still was dealing with the arthritis, but it got better as time went along. And then as I got to the 100-pound mark, I was doing physical therapy, and that made a huge difference. I was able to move so much better. I was getting stronger. Less pain. So it's one of those things, but I can definitely tell what you eat does affect your body. And I think I just put a video out about that here at the end of last week about pain and, what you eat does affect your body and how it feels. So you got to keep that in mind. All righty here, guys. Like I said, if you're just getting on, smash the like button. Go ahead and put in the comments where you're from. We like to see that. And if you have questions, go ahead and put them out there. And definitely. All right. And if you're out there on Spotify listening to this, just play along when we do a little trivia a little later. And, that's something you could do in your car. we'll get into trivia here in a little bit. I always like to do a little of that. It's kind of fun to do. Yep, Brad, grab a scoop of ice cream at the old creamery every other week helps keep on track the rest of the time. I agree, and that's one thing I like about keto is I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Because you can find those ingredients and substitute some things, and that will make a difference for you. You don't feel like you're missing the craving. If you're craving something or you do want a little ice cream, there's carnivore ice cream. You can do ice cream scoop once in a while. That's life. Life happens. Sometimes you're going to run into things, and that's okay. It's just you can't do that every day. Or next thing you know, you're off plan and struggling and not feeling good. But like I said, with the elimination type diet, you learn real quick how you feel based on the foods that you eat. So if you haven't tried that, you might want to look at that because it will make a difference for you. All right. So I didn't see too many people in the comments say about who they thought was going to win the Super Bowl. I'm definitely going to pick the San Francisco 49ers. That's who I'm cheering for, and I think they'll win the game. We'll see here. I like Brock Purdy. Played at one of my colleges that I cheer for, so I'm a big fan of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to mix some football talk with some low carb, but I like to do that. A huge difference in energy level. Brad's asking, how's your energy level compared to when you started this journey? A big difference. I can actually get out of the chair and move. I was in so much pain. I just kind of sat around and didn't do much. And a lot of it was related to pain, but clearly my energy levels weren't that good. So eating this way, I definitely have more energy. And you notice that the lower the carb number, the more energy you have, I think, for the most part. It's worked that way for me. I remember the first time I tried carnivore, and I noticed this was back in probably, I want to say August. I did carnivore for like 6 weeks, and I noticed it right away. My energy levels peaked up, which was cool. But my energy is pretty good even doing keto, though. I mean, it's a big difference compared to being on the standard American diet. That's for sure. So. Hello, Brian. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I'd like to see you on here. Appreciate you. And Brian, if people that know Brian or maybe don't know him, he did a low carb football party with me, and he also is doing the low carb lounge. We do a live show on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's one of my co-hosts along with Aaron from Brewing Better Living. She is on that show too. And usually we have a guest on that show, and we just talk about their successes. They share their story. People get asked questions, and we do a little trivia on that show as well. We just kind of have fun. That show goes about an hour and a half. Speaking of Brewing Better Living, there's Aaron right there. Hello, Aaron. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you. We're just talking about you being on the low carb lounge with us, with Brian. And it's good to have you on the team. You do a great job. So that reminds me, we're doing a show this Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And actually, my good friend, Brad, right here, will be on the show. He's a type 1 diabetic, and he's been type 1 for over 30 years. I think he's like 33 years now or so. And he's going to talk about how low carb diet changed his life and his wife's life. Between the two of them, they lost over 90 pounds, but they're both type 1 diabetics, and they're able to manage their diabetes so much better. So that'll be a great show to talk about. And they are low carb. And like Brad says, they have ice cream once in a while. They have some treats. They have dessert every night, he tells me, and that, they're able to lose all that weight. So, low carb diets are successful for sure. So keep that in mind. Looking forward to having you on, Brad. That'll be a great show. Like I said, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look for that, and definitely it'll be a good time. All right, guys, I think it's time for a little special segment here, and let's check it out, shall we? It's time for My Weight Loss Life Studio Super Bowl Trivia. All right. I had to have a little fun with that and make that up for you guys last night for sure. Let's see here. I see the comment here. KC for the win, only because the Packers didn't make it, and I'm originally from Kansas City, and a bunch of my friends there would be unhappy with me otherwise. Yeah, the Packers were real close to going to the big game. I know that they, they're a couple games away, but they were almost made it. That's for sure. They came on strong at the end of the year. To me, they were looking like the team to beat. So for sure. All right, guys, let's start off with a little trivia for you. Okay, this one should be pretty easy. Which team has the longest Super Bowl winning streak? Which team has the longest Super Bowl winning streak? Go ahead and put it in the comments. And if you're listening at home, just take your guess, and I'll show you the answer here in a second here. But once again, which team has the longest Super Bowl winning streak? So you're going to have to think about this one a little bit. Go ahead and put your answer in the comments. Looks like we got a Steelers and Steelers. I don't know, there's a lot of good football teams over the years for sure. I know my Vikings don't have a Super Bowl winning streak because they've never won a Super Bowl. We got a New England, the Patriots, the low champion within. How you doing? Good to see you, Johnny. He's guessing the Cowboys. And there's a lot of great guesses there. And once again, I'll put the question up and we'll answer it here. Which team has the longest Super Bowl winning streak? Go ahead and get your answers in. And drum roll, please. And the answer is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had 6 in a row they've won. So that's pretty impressive. So when the Steelers are in, they win. So keep that in mind. Let's go to our next question. Which city has hosted the most Super Bowls over all these years? Which city has hosted the most Super Bowls? Yeah, I cry with you, Brad. Those Vikings have just not been very good. Miami, yeah, that's a good guess. Los Angeles definitely is in a warmer climate. I don't think they've been up in Minnesota too many times, twice that I know of. But I know it's not Minnesota, that's for sure. Another Miami guess. We got another Miami, another Houston guess. And it is Super Bowl week for sure. Let's see here. Any guesses? Get your guesses in. Which city has the most Super Bowls, hosted the most Super Bowls? The answer is Miami with 11 Super Bowls they've hosted. So that's quite a few. And obviously they have the nice warm weather climate and they get quite a few Super Bowls. I think everybody would love to vacation in Miami, especially in the wintertime if you're from a northern area. Chicago. I'm not sure how many Chicago's had. Not too many, I don't think, but let's see. All right, guys, let's see here. Oh, this one, I know there's a few good questions here. I actually got a few up. Who is the only player to win Super Bowl MVP 3 times? So there's a player that won the Super Bowl MVP 3 times. And do you know who it is? Go ahead and put your guess in the comments. There's quite a few good players out there, but it's kind of hard to remember who is really good in the Super Bowl. So looks like we got some guesses rolling in. Looks like Montana. I'm assuming that's Joe Montana. And I was going to say, it was cool around there. Yep. Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. That's a good guess. Those are all good guesses. Okay, I'll get the question up here again. Who is the only player to win Super Bowl MVP 3 times? Bradshaw's a good answer. One of them. That's right, Aaron. It's probably one of them. OJ. I don't know if OJ played in the Super Bowl 3 times. I don't think so. But all right, guys, there's your answer. Who was the only player to win the Super Bowl MVP 3 times? The answer is Joe Montana. Joe is a special player. He played great when he's in the prime time in the Super Bowl for sure. All right, here's a question for you. Which team won the first Super Bowl ever? Now, to me, this question should be kind of easy, but that was a long time ago, so you never know. And we got Green Bay is an answer. Cleveland Browns. They have been in the big game, I think, back in the day, for sure. Once again, which team won the first Super Bowl ever? Get those answers in. And we got Green Bay. We got the 1967 Steelers. The Jets. The Jets. You're thinking of Joe Namath era, back when he was in the Super Bowl. All right. And let's get the... Sorry, guys. Having a little troubles here. The answer, who won the first Super Bowl ever, was the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay won the first Super Bowl. And I got a couple more questions for you on the last two here. Which team has which team has the most Super Bowl losses ever? Maybe that's my Vikings. I don't know. They're pretty bad. Yep, Green Bay did won the first Super Bowl. That's for sure. Here's a guess of Minnesota. And there's Buffalo. This one I think is going to be surprising to some people. Which team has the most Super Bowl losses ever? We see the Vikings, of Buffalo. All right, guys. Once again, which team has the most Super Bowl losses ever? And we'll get your answers in. Steelers. Nope, they won a bunch. This is going to surprise some people, and I don't think anybody's guessed it. Which team has the most Super Bowl losses ever? The New England Patriots. And I believe it was like 6 losses. So granted, they've been in the Super Bowl a lot, but they've lost a lot too. That one's kind of surprised me when I saw that. Oh, but the Cowboys never make it to the Super Bowl. They usually will lose the first round. Lately, they've been that way anyways. All right, guys. And one question. This one, well, you guys will really have to put your thinking caps on for this one. It's a hard one. But no cheating, no looking it up. Who is the only player to win Super Bowl MVP on a losing team? Once again, who is the only player to win a Super Bowl MVP on a losing team? And I'll give you a hint. It was very early on in the Super Bowl era. Eli Manning beat him twice. That one guy. I like that. That one guy. I can even give you guys another hint. Okay. He played for the Dallas Cowboys. Who is the only player to win Super Bowl MVP on a losing team? It was super. I'll even give you another hint because this is a tough one. I mean, most people are not going to know this. It was in Super Bowl V. I had to throw a tough one out there, and I've heard his name, but I wouldn't say he's a famous player by any means. I don't think anybody's going to get this one. It's hard. I wanted to put it in there to see if there's somebody that really knew their stuff on this because that's a tough question. So once again, who's the only player to win Super Bowl MVP on a losing team? The answer, Chuck Howley from the Dallas Cowboys in Super Bowl V. So he won the MVP of the Super Bowl and he was on the losing team. So, which has never happened again that I know of. I think that's kind of interesting. He must have had a great game. So, Barney Rubble. That's funny. No, that's awesome. Like I said, if you guys could hit the smash the like button, that's what we like to see. And then if you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them out there. I just want to thank you all for playing in the trivia. It was kind of fun. It's Super Bowl week, and just wanted to mix it up a little bit and throw a little bit of football in here. And Brad, I told you it was a tough one. I thought it was kind of an interesting question because I had no idea that somebody on a losing team actually won the MVP. So usually it comes from the winning team, but that was probably the only year they did it, and they probably will never do it again, I'm guessing. So that's funny. But does anybody have any questions on anything? Like I said, if you got any questions about weight loss and any of that type of stuff, fire away. That's what I'm here for, is to help guide. And like I said, I had a lot of success on a low carb keto carnivore diet. I prefer keto the best, less than 20 grams of carbs a day. Reason being, I don't feel like I'm missing out when I'm on that plan. And I think sometimes it's very hard to be, I found when I was in carnivore, it's very hard for me to stay carnivore just because you're eating similar, pretty much the same food all the time. And I like to mix it up a little bit. Not saying that people aren't successful on carnivore, because they are, and they have a lot of success. You got to do what works for you. And that's with the elimination type diet. You can add a few things back in and still be very successful, lose some weight, feel great. The biggest thing is how you feel, and I feel like a lot better after going on a keto type diet. So, hey, thanks for tuning in, and we appreciate you. Take care. So, it's just one of those things, though, that you can be successful on any of these plans, whether you're low carb, whether you're keto, whether you're ketovore, whether you're carnivore, whether you're lion diet. That's something I'll probably never try. Not something I'm interested in trying, but there's people out there that do it, I know. So keep that in mind. But there's also many advantages, not just scale, but all the non-scale victories with doing this type way of eating. I mean, like you said, you feel better, you sleep better. In my case, I have clothes that fit now. I have less pain. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. Those are all huge wins, and it makes a big difference for sure. Let's go to the comments here. I read today that planting vegetables helps with CO2, but we fart methane when we eat them. Thoughts? Yeah, that's probably the case. I think vegetables do make you gassy. I found that out just by doing the elimination diet. They will make you gassier. My stomach gets cranked up right away after having like a salad when I haven't had a salad in a while. So I definitely think it makes a difference. So What type? Champion Within says, what type of workout is everyone doing, if any? And myself, I try to walk on the treadmill. Now, I did kind of bang up my knee last week, so I've been taking it kind of easy. But my workouts are fairly simple. I do a little bit of walking, little resistance. I like to do some countertop push-ups. I do have some free weights where I like to throw those around a little bit. I think anytime you can get some resistance in, that's going to help you. Let alone just simple walking. In the previous, I don't know, say 13 years ago, I lost 80 pounds with the standard American diet. I was very much a calorie restricted diet. I was eating about 1,300 calories a day and exercising 4 times a week. And, I was working pretty hard in the gym. I lost the 80 pounds. However, I did end up gaining it back because I got off the plan. Wasn't very sustainable for me. I kept it off like a year and a half, and then I started putting it back on. But, I kind of quit going to the gym. So I think maintaining, anytime you can get some workout in, I think that helps you maintain a lot easier, makes a big difference. I know Johnny from the Champion Within, I know he does a lot of resistance type training, jump roping, sprinting. I've seen him do a lot of amazing things on his channel. Maybe if you haven't checked out Johnny's channel, make sure you go check it out. He does a lot of great things. He does a lot of his exercise. He'll show what he's doing. He does push-ups, chest to deck. It's pretty impressive. He's a young man at 56, and he's kicking ass. Let's put it that way. Brad does a heavy bag, dumbbells, sit-ups, push-ups, walking, treadmill, elliptical every other day. I know Brad does, when the weather's nice in North Iowa, I know him and his wife go for like 4-mile walks quite a bit. Definitely, it helps. I'm looking forward to when it gets warmer. Right now is a good time to actually walk outside. It's been in the 50s here, which is pretty good. It's definitely doable to go out for a walk. John is the champion. Yep. He's got a story that's similar to mine. He wasn't able to drive truck anymore. He had a lot of health issues, and he started kicking butt, taking off weight, getting stronger. And now he's back in his own truck again and driving and making a living. So, it's nice to be able to do that. And like I said, follow him over on his channel. I'll share a link to one of his videos. If you just go to my, actually, you can probably find him on my community tab. I know I've shared some of his stuff, and you can find his channel. It's the Champion Within. I'm trying to remember the numbers, Johnny. Maybe you can put that in the comment. Put your channel in the comment, Johnny, so people can check out your channel for sure. That would be great. I was just going to remind you guys, I love super chats, stickers, super thanks. Thanks for supporting me. I always like getting that stuff, and makes me smile, makes me happy. So thank you for that. For those in the past that are also channel members, I had a few pop in here tonight that are channel members. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate you watching my videos. And that's the nice thing about being a channel member. You get to see all my videos early. As soon as I hit that submit button, you see it, and then the others may not see it for a couple of days. So it's kind of a nice thing to be a channel member, and it's pretty inexpensive. Here's Johnny's. There you go. Check out his channel, to Champion Within 9619. I thought it was something like that. So, yep, check out his channel, guys. You would not be disappointed. He puts out great content. And I actually met Johnny here a few weeks ago. He was driving truck up to Northern Iowa, and we met up and cooked steaks together and had some good fellowship. And it was good to meet him in person. He's a great guy and a good friend of mine. And, I met him through this community. We got an awesome community here of people that are here to support each other and encourage each other. And that's what it's all about. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put a Q in front of them. Be happy to take them. I'll try to answer them as best I can. Go from there. This week, things are going really well for me on the diet front. I can't complain. I've been staying on plan, and I'm hoping I'll see some results on the scale here at the end of the week. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. We'll see what happens, but got to keep plugging away and keep working it. That's what it's about. So no problem, Johnny. You're a good guy. Thank you for your support. There's been a lot of great people in here tonight. I love it. It's always good to see. All right. So what else is going on in your guys' world? What's everybody having for dinner? Go ahead and put it in the comments. I want to see what everybody's having for supper. And it's always nice to kind of see. And I honestly can say, I don't know what we're having for supper. I kind of forgot, to be honest. Last night we made some ground turkey tacos. And what I did is I used an egg life wrap for the taco shell. And put a little cheese in there, just a sprinkle of lettuce, some hot sauce in there, a little bit of sour cream. I had 3 of those. That was my supper last night. So I just don't remember what we're having tonight. Sorry, guys. It's kind of funny. Oh, Johnny, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it, though. Thank you so much. Got a super sticker. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that you do for the weight loss community. Johnny's been on a lot of lives talking, sharing his story, and he's got a great story. So thanks again, Johnny. Scrambled eggs, sausage, strawberries, low carb toast. Nice. Looks like a good one. So is the strawberries the dessert, Brad, or did you have something else planned for that? That's one thing that's nice on keto, when you plan your meals out, you can plan for those desserts. For the longest time, I'd have sugar-free Jell-O, the little cups that you buy, and then I'd use the zero carb, zero sugar Ready Whip can and use that as the topping. And I think it was 10 calories, no carbs. It was a great snack. That took care of my sweet tooth. I do that at night. Another good thing for sweet tooth is bacon. Have some bacon. That makes a big difference. Takes care of that sweet tooth. And the strawberries were the dessert. Yep. Just don't eat too many of those, Brad. You know why? For men, it will make your chest bigger in a negative way. So be careful eating too many strawberries, guys. I heard that once anyways. I might want to fact check me on that one, but I have heard that will make a difference. You produce more estrogen, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting to hear. All right. Johnny's got a question. Any more recipes coming out? Are you going to try the pizza? I know Brian said he was going to try that pizza. I made a chicken crusted pepperoni pizza this week. Actually, the video came out yesterday. If you want to learn how to do that, make sure you check that out on my channel. I've made breakfast pizza with that too. That was really good. And I used kind of like a queso cheese for the sauce on the chicken crust. And then I used eggs, of course, and some more cheese. I put one side, I had bacon on it. The other side, I had ham. And that is really good. It was tasty, very low carb, packed in protein. The pepperoni pizza, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure, like, I figured it up and ran all the nutrients on it. It was like 5 grams of carbs for half the pizza, and it was a pizza for 2. So it was really good though. So make sure you check that out. Grilled pork steak and a brat. Yeah, that sounds good. Looks like ribeye and 2 fried eggs. Yummy. I love ribeyes, are good. I'm ready for some steak this week. I know it's on the menu. Burgers and yogurt. And I know Erin's low carb and she is killing it. She's done a great job. And, she's got a lot of benefits from eating low carb lifestyle. That's the thing too. It isn't always about the weight either. Sometimes it's autoimmune disease, those different things that people have, or struggles, I should say, with different types of food. Sometimes people have to eat this way. I know there's youth, sometimes they have to do like a carnivore type diet, or they have seizures. There's many different things out there, and I'm no doctor expert, and I'm not claiming to be, but it's one of those things. That's why some people eat this way as well. So it's more, I know sometimes there's people that have been anorexic and they'll do like a carnivore type lifestyle to gain weight, put on weight and muscle. So like I said, it isn't always about losing weight. It's overall health and wellness. And there's many different ways to go about it. And, that's what I love about this community. We support everybody that's trying to better themselves and make a difference in their life. That's what it's all about, for sure. Seen some good food though, definitely. Ribeyes, burgers, yogurt, pork steak. Strawberries, eggs, sausage, low carb toast. I have low carb toast once in a while. I've had low carb French toast before. It was with sugar free syrup. Not something that I do. I've only done it a couple times, probably in the last year, but you can get by with that, and it's still considered, a lower carb item. So what else does everybody have going on for the week? Anything exciting happening in your life that you want to share in the comments? It is Super Bowl week. There's a big game. How many of you like to watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials, maybe the halftime show? I'm trying to think, does anybody know who is in the halftime show this year? Was it Usher? I can't remember. If you could put it in the comment, that'd be great. I don't usually watch the news, so I don't hear a lot of stuff that's going on. So sometimes I miss that. I just kind of aware of the game and stuff that's going on. But I know in the past, there was a lot of amazing Super Bowl commercials that were pretty funny. It's just, you got to laugh. And I know the pets have a thing going on too. Searching strawberries and man boobs right now. Yep. I had a friend that swore by it because they asked about it, and I don't know, they were eating too many strawberries and they were having troubles, and they asked about it. So just say no to man boobs. Beer is on the man boob list, so are dairy products. Yep. All right. So yep, right there. I don't even know how you say that. Sidros, how is it? Fight. I don't even know how it's spelled Pytoestrogen. That's in strawberries, and that could be the cause of man boobs. So be careful, men. Don't eat too many strawberries. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Aaron. You can't deal with the commercials for crap food. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Definitely a lot of things that you wouldn't want to eat, for sure. I noticed that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, though. It should be a good game. I think it'll be close. I don't know. I think it'll be medium range scoring, maybe a 24 to 17 or 24-20 type game. I would say that's what I'm predicting. San Francisco for the win. And once again, Johnny, I just want to put that up there and thank you again for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Well, like I said earlier in the show, Thursday night, I will be live on the Low Carb Lounge with Brian from Whitco's Carnivore and Aaron from Brewing Better Living, and Brad Tiedemann, and one of the guests in the comments right now. He will be on the show as well, and he is a type 1 diabetic for over 33 years, him and his wife both, and he's going to share his story and tell you about his weight loss and just kind of share his experience on what a low carb diet has done for him and his wife's life, and how much better they are able to manage their diabetes. So we're looking forward to having them on the show. Should be a good one. So make sure you tune that in. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday night, the Low Carb Lounge. And make sure you check that out. And I got a question here. What is your favorite Super Bowl commercial? Gosh, for me, I think back to the Budweiser Clydesdales back in the day when the horses were playing a game of football. I kind of enjoyed that one a lot. I thought it was really cool. There's been a lot of good ones, but that one, I remember that. It was pretty cool. The What's Up commercial. Yeah, I was just seeing that. Yep, that one was a good one too. I'm surprised they haven't brought that back, to be honest. It's been away long enough where I think they'd have a new generation if they brought that back, let alone they'd bring the old generation back in with that commercial. Budweiser Lizards. Yep, that one is a good one. And Brad saying 31-27 49ers. Yep, you're kind of thinking along the same lines I am. It's going to be fairly high scoring. And Yeah, Budweiser commercials for the win. I think that don't don't shoot the messenger, but I think there's a big emphasis on Bud Light this year during the Super Bowl. So I think you'll see a lot of Bud Light commercials. I know some of the former professional athletes were or football players were doing commercials for Bud Light. They're trying to win the brand back. So that'll be interesting to see if that's the case. So you guys like my backdrop on my page, my cartoon theme studio? It was actually AI made that. I thought it was kind of cool. I thought I'd use it for the show. For those of you that cannot see, if you're on a Spotify, it's just kind of a cartoonish type background. And I don't know, it just kind of looked like it was out of a comic book, I guess you could say. Where's the beef? Yep. That reminds me of a story, Brad. I was at Wendy's once, and we'd ordered our food, and I sat down, and there's a big line of people waiting to get their food up there. And I sat down and opened up my burger, and I got to looking at it, and I opened up the bun, and there was no beef in there. So I took the burger up to the front counter in front of everyone, and I held up the burger and said, "Where's the beef?" Everybody started laughing. You couldn't have timed it any better. So that was kind of a funny story, but everybody just chuckled. Even the workers chuckled. I mean, I wasn't mad. I mean, stuff happens. You know how it gets. I try not to get too bent out of shape with people because things happen. Life happens. You just don't know what happened, but it was kind of comical, especially at that time with that commercial. What's that in the Super Bowl? That was the best. See, Aaron, you do watch a little football. You keep telling me and Brian you don't watch any football, but it sounds like you do if you watch the Super Bowl. I got to give you a hard time. Yeah, it wasn't one of the Super Bowl commercials, but it was one of the best. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Everybody's kind of laughing, and I think it was well after that time because that commercial came out in like the 80s and it was in the 90s. It was probably late 90s when that happened to me. So, but everybody knew everybody knew the old lady saying, "Where's the beef?" I'm not going to do my old lady imitation, but it was kind of funny for sure. Brad, I got to stop saying for sure. I've been saying that word all day. I'm going to have to get a shock collar. And every time I hear it, I say for sure, I buzz myself or something. I don't know how that word got in there, but I've been saying it a lot. I apologize, everybody. Oh, let's see here. All right. Boy, the hour's going quickly. Yeah, for sure. That's just funny how we can get stuck on certain words that come to our mind, and no matter how hard you try not to say them, you end up saying them. It's funny how that works. But the hour is going by really quick here, guys. So what's everybody's plan for the rest of the week? Is anybody going to do any fun stuff? Brad, I know we're going to do some fun stuff Friday night. I got the live show on Thursday night. Brad's going to be on, but Friday night we're going to a Hairball concert. Hairball's an 80s cover band. Friday night they're playing at the legendary Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa. And I have not been to a concert in probably 4 or 5 years now. I didn't think I'd ever go to a concert again with the way my body was, but we're going to go Friday night. It should be a good time. What's cool about Hairball is their lead singer dresses up in character. So like if they're performing Kiss, he comes out as the main character. AC/DC comes out as the singer comes out as the main character dressed. It's pretty cool because they roll right through like 2 hours straight, and they go through all those 80s bands. It's a lot of fun. I've seen them many times. It's just a good time to get it going. Do commercials count? All commercials count. For sure, Greg. That's right. For sure. You're going to have an overdose of Greg this week. Yeah, you probably are. You're going to probably be sick of me by the end of the weekend here. So It's all right. We're due for that, I think. All right. I'm trying to say, oh, I might as well, you know what? I'll make an announcement for next week. Next Thursday, we have Brad this Thursday. Next week on the Low Carb Lounge, we have semi-retired Bob coming on. That'll be a week from this Thursday. He'll be coming on the show, so it'll be good to have him on and let him tell his story a little bit, and looking forward to having him on the show. I've not done anything live with him, so it'll be nice to meet him in person, and at least on here, and hear a little bit more about him, get to know him a little bit. Looking forward to that. So Johnny's out on the road driving the big old truck. Where are you driving at, Johnny? Hopefully you're not driving right now. That would not be a good thing. But which part of the country are you at right now? Yep, they're actually travel, Aaron. They travel all over the country. They play in Vegas. They play down in Daytona. They play all over. They're pretty popular. So you'll have to look up their website. That'll give you an idea. But they are fairly, they're kind of regional, but at the same time they do travel, different places, and they're pretty popular. So pretty reasonable to get in. The tickets aren't that bad, like $30, I think, a ticket. And of course they got the fees and stuff on there, but that's pretty good for a show, I guess. Yeah, John needs to be in the over the top 2 arm wrestling champion. He could do it probably. He's got some pipes on him. You should have seen it when he was here. He's doing his push-ups, and he actually did a live show in my studio, and I looked up and he's over there on the floor doing push-ups as he was waiting, and it's like, man, he's a true champion, guys. Make sure you check out his page. He's got a great channel. We'll be wrapping it up here pretty quick, guys, but I just want to thank everybody now for coming on the show and participating and just hanging out with me. I hadn't done this before in a while, and I thought, well, let's go on and just do a live, see what people have to say, kind of hang out with my friends a little bit, and just get together, have a little fellowship, and have some laughs, do a little trivia. It's all fun. But the champion within was saying Bob will be good. He's a retired trucker. Yep, he's a good guy. I like him. And Johnny, it looks like he's heading to Ohio, he's in Ohio now. He's headed to Indy tomorrow. So be safe in your travels, my friend. It's hopefully you have good weather. This winter's been pretty mild so far. I mean, for the most part, but I'm sure in some areas of the country it hasn't been. But here in Iowa, it's been amazing. So we'll take it. Okay. Once again, guys, I just want to thank everybody for being on the live stream tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I just want to wish you all an amazing rest of the week, and I hope everything goes your way, and be safe in your travels, make some good memories, live life to the fullest, have fun, and life happens. If you aren't perfect on your diet, things happen. So what? Get back on plan. You'll get to where you want to go and have some success there. So keep that in mind. But I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. But I appreciate you all coming on the show. And we'll talk again soon, my friends. God bless you. Take care. See you soon. Bye. Thank you for watching this show. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care and God bless.